I had some gravel left over from when I was doing my driveway up at the top of the hill that I didn't know what to do with, and it's got some dirt mixed in it, but it'd be fine for the base layer of what we're doing here. So I went ahead and used all of that, and hopefully that'll help me get that 10 ton of clean gravel to go a little bit farther. Now I need to get some of these big rocks out of here, and I'm just going to hand rake this a little bit. I want to see what it looks like. Next thing I need to do after that, it's not going to happen tonight, but I need to compact it all down, and then I'm going to go start putting layers of clean gravel on. Well, fabric's down as much as I had. I was short a little bit. I may get up to Home Depot tomorrow, see if they've got some fabric up there, and I can put that down. I don't have any gravel up there on the soil yet, so I'll probably do that. I need to get some of this trash cleaned up out of here. And then I need to come down here with the compactor. I'll back drag this a few times with the tractor, then pack it down, and then start getting the clean road base on here. But as I've said several times now, that's a tomorrow project. It's already getting dark. So my lovely assistant helping out tonight, so appreciative, definitely so appreciative. So let's get all the tools. I'll flip the tractor around and we'll just throw them in the bucket. I got this one section that I still need to get some fabric in. I bought some fabric at the store, it's right there. So we'll get that fabric down. Already got just a little bit of gravel down here. This is that old kind of nasty gravel that has some dirt in it, using that as a base layer. And then I'm gonna get the, start pulling the rest of the cleaner road base that I got at the base of the hill. Pull that up, and with any luck, I'll be able to drive on this tonight. I may not have the project fully done. I'm gonna get this compacted at least twice, and like I said, get it built up enough that hopefully I can drive on it. I think I'll need to bring some more gravel up in. I don't think what I've got will get it all done, so I'll probably have a little bit of a ramp slope down here, and probably from that other one have a little bit of a slope. That'll be my priority, is to get those, and that means I've got to get this section up here built up first so that it's at the same level as that asphalt. I bought some road or edge tamers that I'm going to try and use this winter to push snow. And since I've got all that road base down on my on my grass at the base of the hill, I thought I'd put them on tonight so that when I'm picking that gravel up, I don't tear my yard up any worse than I have to, and see how these things work. I think that's it for now. I'm going to get the tools unloaded, and we'll get this fabric down, and then we'll get started. That'll work. And then I'm just going to fold it this way, and I may need to trim it a little bit there. It's still got to come that way a little bit, but I had rain for the last 2 days, so I haven't really been able to get any work done. Also, I'm running out of gravel. I'll show you here. I had 10 ton of gravel here, and I've probably got 5 scoops left. I've got 10 more ton being delivered tomorrow. I'm gonna put down what I've got today. My hope is that that'll be enough that I can create a little bit of a ramp on each side of the asphalt and be able to drive on that starting today. And then when the truck comes tomorrow, it can trailer drop most of it, except for what I'm gonna need on the side of the driveway up here. I need to get what I've got, that last little bit, I need to get it spread out. And along this long part up here, I wanna try and get that as close to the finished grade as possible. Show you what we got here. I need to get all this cleaned up today because I can't drive until I get that stuff out of the way. And I think we're at the point where I'm not really picking up any more of that stuff. Got the first packed layer of road base down here. This is the part I'm trying to get done with the 5 ton that I've got. Or I'm sorry, I had 10 ton. I probably have 3 ton of it left. But I want to get this close to grade as possible after it's packed down. This is going to be the hardest to work with the tractor blade because it's right next to the asphalt, the existing asphalt. So like this area here, I need to get this filled in and then get it packed down. And then I also need to get, it's tough to tell, but the grade on this for the dirt is really not very good. It's high in this area here. And I need to get that cut down so there's a swale here, and then work that up to where it comes off the driveway and it slopes down this way. So I want to get more of a swale cut in here. I want to get the driveway done first because this is where I'm driving now. So as soon as I convert all of this, as soon as I start cutting into all of this and it becomes mud and I get rain, that's going to be really difficult to get up with the cars. Probably got one load of gravel left. I'm gonna try and get this area here built up a little bit more so that it's a little bit of a smoother ramp coming off that asphalt. I think I'm okay here. I might have this drivable, at least for the vehicles tonight. I don't know that I want the trash truck coming up here yet, but I do want to make it so that when I get the next 10-ton delivered, he can come up here and he can trailer drop most of that, and then I'll readjust it as needed. So this is the last of that dirty gravel that I had in the backyard. I'm gonna smooth that out, and then I'm gonna get the last of that gravel down at the bottom of the hill, put it over here and see what we can do, and then tamp it down. I think we'll be good for today. Got 10 more ton of rock delivered here. Now we got to get it all spread out. I think that's going to be more than what I need. So I expect to have some rock left over. This is what it, more or less what it looks like at grade. I want to bring this up just a little bit more, knowing that it's going to settle down. And I still have to do the dirt work around the edge here. But, you know, we've got some pretty good piles of rock in there. I'm going to spread as much of it as I can, then get it packed down, and we'll see what we look like. All right, this is looking pretty good. Pretty happy with how this is turning out. I'm a little high here, and that's okay because we're coming off onto the hard pack asphalt right here. And so I'd rather have, I want a little bit of a slope up there. This is all gonna settle down a little bit. I've got a little bit of a mound right here. Again, I'm on the asphalt there. I know that from, about here over up to there, I'm gonna end up cleaning off. Also, I'm over on the driveway here. I'm gonna end up cleaning that off. I'm gonna go ahead and pack this down first. I wanna see what that looks like, and then we'll see what I need to do as far as adjusting with what I have left here. I'm kind of amazed that this 10 ton didn't go any farther than it did. I really thought I was gonna have a lot more than this. But this is almost perfect, so I'm really digging it. got dark on me here, but camera's doing a pretty good job of showing this. This looks pretty good. Walk you up here real quick. I put all 10 ton down, and like here in this area here, I'm covering the asphalt a little bit. I know that's probably gonna wash out when it rains. Same thing up here along the middle part. I know that's on the asphalt. That's probably gonna come down hill, and that's fine. I'd rather have it here where I need it when I get any kind of a pothole, but the rest of this looks pretty smooth. I've got it packed down really tight. I think I've got it packed down as tight as I can get it. I might get the plate compactor out again sometime after like a week or two. I'd kind of like to see it rain on it, maybe let everything get settled in. But I think from here, really the traffic is what's gonna be what seats this in. I've got maybe another month before it starts snowing. It could start snowing as early as a month. I really need some rain to come and help get that settled in. I wanted to have this packed in before now. I still have some dirt work to do before I get this finished. So that's what we'll be working on next, but not tonight. All right, making really good progress here. We've got pretty much the grade is down for the gravel. But you can see I've got this edge along here that is unprotected. I don't want that gravel falling in towards the yard without anything supporting it. And the other thing is, if you look over here, you can see I'm actually kind of high on this side compared to the road. And what I really need to do is I need to get some of that dirt that's on this side. I need to cut that out, and then I need to put that over on this side and build that berm up so that it comes off nice and smooth. I got rain coming in the next 4 days, so if I get this moved and packed down tonight, it'll give me an opportunity to kind of really get this settled. So that's what we're gonna be working tonight. We're gonna be trying to cut this down into a swale and then get that built up, a berm built up along the edge of the road there, or the driveway, and then we'll be in a pretty good place for winter. Making really good progress on this. Last night I got, I think I've got enough of this soil out here for the swale so that it's lower enough that when it rains, all the water is going to go this way and roll off of here. I want to get more of a gradual slope coming off of this gravel. I overbuilt this so that I can pack it down and make sure that it seats in nice and tight up against the gravel. Because if you remember, I had about that much of a ledge where the gravel was just exposed, and I want to push up enough soil against that that it holds it in place. So I'm trying to get a real nice shallow angle across here. I probably have 4 to 6 more bucket loads of soil that I need to get out of here. I've still got too much soil. So we're gonna start with that, and then I'm gonna start trying to work this more to a final grade where I can get grass seed down and hay on it. That probably won't happen today, but if I could just get the grading done, I'd be pretty happy. Okay, here we are with the finished product. We'll do a walkthrough here so you can kind of see how this looks. This stuff that's breaking up right here, it's just about 1 inch thick. I'm gonna let that continue to break up, but this stuff right here is about 6 to 8 inches thick. And so I brought the gravel level even with that. And over time, I mean, I can even come in here with this. You can see we'll just already, these are breaking loose. So just over time, those are gonna break out, and I will get those moved out of the way and let this gravel pack down. I'm looking at probably getting an excavator. I'm looking at getting maybe one of the Chinese excavators, and then I'll use that to next year. I'll start tearing this thicker stuff up underneath here and bring all this part here. It'll be gravel all the way across. And then farther down here where I've got some areas that are breaking up, this asphalt driveway is just going to continue to disintegrate and break up. So I will be converting other sections of this to gravel, and the excavator is going to do a really good job with that. Come down here. You can see the box blade did a really great job of helping me cut this swale in here. You know, and the idea again was that I get a nice gentle slope coming off here, and then lower a section here that's lower than the driveway where the rain can come and channel off the driveway. And because what I had before, the driveway was the lowest part and all the water channeled straight down there. I really liked how the box blade both moved the dirt. I was able to really control how I could scrape this away a little bit at a time and get it where I wanted it. And then with the hydraulic top link on there, control whether I was cutting or whether I was back dragging and smoothing. And it did a really nice job smoothing all of this out. I still need to get some grass seed down and then probably some hay to hold all this in place through the winter, because we're gonna get a lot of rain, and the grass won't have a chance to root and hold this soil in place over the winter. So, but other than that, we do still have the line on between my gravel and dirt. It's a little muddy right now. I need to I'll probably rake some of that dirt back, but I'd really kind of like to have it rain. Get a good rain first and kind of wash that away. Even where the dirt is over on the gravel is what's the base underneath there. And I think that'll work itself out. The other thing I want to call out is my edge tamers. This is the tool I didn't know I needed. These have been great. I bought these for snow removal this winter. I had no plans to put those on the tractor to do any kind of dirt work. But they've done a phenomenal job of helping me get tons. I'll bet I've moved 30 tons of dirt in just the second half of this project as I cut this swale. And they've done a fantastic job of helping me get those loads without scalping and getting big gashes and making more work for myself by just misgrading the soil with that cutting edge going in. So they've been fantastic for that. The other place I want to show you down here that they did a fantastic job was for the first load of gravel that I had on the grass. Let me show you what that looks like. All right, this is where the dump truck dumped the first 10 ton of gravel. This right here is where the dump truck got stuck in here. And so I'll have to get some dirt in here and smooth that out. I'll probably do that this afternoon. But you can see I really got in here close to the ground, to the grass, even here revealing the grass over here with those edge tamers. And you can see where the edge tamers kind of dug in just a little bit right there. But I mean, I was able to get in really tight. And I know myself, if I had done that without those edge tamers, this would just be a scalped mess of cuts and bumps where it just it wasn't very smooth. And this worked out a whole lot better. So really, again, really pleased with how that turned out. So that's gonna be it for this one. This was right at 2 weeks of work. I think I started 2 weeks ago Friday night, and today is Saturday. So for me, I didn't work every single day. I lost a couple of days to rain, but for the most part, I worked every evening and significant hours on the weekends. Big project for me, but I mean, I saved myself a lot of money. I can't imagine anybody doing this for less than $5,000. I've got $900 invested in rock alone on this, and all the labor, and of course, using somebody's machinery, you're gonna have to pay for that. So I think I saved myself a lot of money. The other thing is I'm creating a driveway that I can maintain and manage with my tractor. You know, whereas with an asphalt driveway, I just don't have the tools for that. That's not the kind of thing a homeowner can do once it degrades past a certain point. Of course, if you're just sealing it on a new driveway, well, that's a different deal. Do me a favor, if I haven't asked you before already, click like, click subscribe. That helps me grow my channel. We're not going to send you anything, but it will let you know when I've got future videos coming. Otherwise, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for sticking with me. I know this is a long one. I'm going to try and cut this down into as very little bit as I can and give you guys just the highlights. But I appreciate that you joined me on this, and we will talk to you again out here at the Coyote Country Homestead. Thanks.